Thank you, Rabbi Ozeri. Thank you to Isaac and Jennifer Sid for opening their beautiful home. Like Rabbi Shaul said, I didn't believe when I got the invitation that it was actually happening, being that their wedding was last week. But God bless them and bless all of us that were part of this unbelievable community, that we're so fortunate to live every day with so many people that care for each other. We truly love each other. Sometimes there are things that get between people, but in truth, all of us will be there for each other no matter the time and no matter the need. And tonight is an example of that. Thank you very much. Also, special thanks to Mrs. Daba. I know she was mentioned, but I have to give my own mention. People sitting here should know, people in the community should know, and I'm not doing it to talk about Kim. I'm talking about what one person can do. I could tell you with absolute 100%, there's no way this would have happened or any of this would have taken place if not for this woman single handedly working day and night to get it off the ground, and she's working it. Never say, what could one person do? Tonight is a testimony of the greatness of one person and what they can accomplish. Of course, today there are more people involved. But really, Mrs. Puiva, you're amazing. Hashem should bless you, and we should continue to learn from you and how you put yourself out for this community. There's really not much to add. You know, it's so obvious, it's so simple. We understand it. I'm just here for kavod, I think, for honor. They want me to speak. But once I'm here, I'll just say something. You know, in life, sometimes a person can take care of the need by themselves. So there are poor people in the community. Well, you know, if I had enough money, I could pay for it all. I can cover everyone's tuition. I'll write a check for $40 million because I have a lot of money. If I have a lot of wisdom, I speak well, I could teach a lot of people. 1,000 people could be in the room. 1,000 can listen online. I can reach so many people and educate them. But tonight is one of those things that makes us all humble. It humbles every single one of us. No matter how big of a rabbi you are, no matter how popular you are, no matter how wealthy you are, it makes no difference how many connections you have. There is no way for one person to solve this issue. Even if you had all the gifts that God can give a person, you just can't do it. This project is unique because it could only happen with all of us together. If we're not going to unite together with Ahdut to do Mekudeshet, there is no Mekudeshet. This cannot be done by any individual. And therefore, it is a calling to the Ahdut of our community. It is a calling for the love that we have for each other to come together and do something really for ourselves. You know, I'm sure that your donation is tax deductible. I'm not sure that you could write it off of Maaser. I think ultimately you could. But this is an investment in your own children. This is not giving to somebody else's children. This is your grandchildren. This is for you. This is for me. It's for all of us. Yes, you can count it as Maaser. Don't be afraid to give. But really, we should look at it as an investment in our own families. And tonight's not only about giving money. Sign up your children. Sign up somebody else's children. The database can only grow when people put names in the database. So please, mekudeshet.org. That's the website. Put in people that need to be on this website and they will be included. Harry, did I say the wrong thing? Okay, good. The rabbis already said so much of what I wrote down on my card, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Excuse me, repeat what they said. I will tell you two things that you're doing tonight that maybe you didn't think about. Number one, you're helping rabbis. You have no idea how many enemies I have. And I don't blame them. I love them. But I understand them. Rabbi Ozeri has a target on his back. Many rabbis get the attack of so many frustrated people. I don't blame anybody, believe me. But I know sitting right now at home, there are hundreds of families that say, how come Rabbi Yedid doesn't give us a boy? He knows so many boys. I mean, he teaches so many people. How come he just doesn't give us the boy? Like, why doesn't he just hand us? It doesn't work like that. But that's not the point. The point is, so many people are getting hurt from each other. The matchmakers are getting attacked. Because how come you didn't mention my daughter? What about my son? You bring not only ahadut to our community, you bring ahava, you bring shalom to our community. And last and not least, there's a pasuk in Megillat Esther that talks about the great man Mordechai, and it calls him an Ish Yehudi. Ish Yehudi means he comes from the tribe of Yehuda. But then the end of the pasuk calls him Ish Yemini, which means he comes from the tribe of Binyamin. So the Midrash says, I don't understand. Make up your mind. Is he from Yehuda, this Mordechai, or is he from Binyamin? Says the Midrash that biologically he's from Binyamin. So why are we giving him the kavod that he comes from Yehuda? It's not Yehuda's child. The Midrash says that when Yehuda stepped up in front of Yosef and took responsibility for Binyamin, Hashem says to Yehuda, Yehuda, all of that comes from that boy that you stood up to help and save will be considered your own child. You know how proud we are when we have beautiful children? Because they're our children. Could you imagine Yehuda is in Shamayim and they show him all these beautiful children, thousands of them, and they show him, hey, there's that Mordechai. He was like the Gadol Ador. You have no idea who Mordechai is till today. They're talking about him. And Yehuda says, why are you showing him to me? He's not from my children. And they said, no, he is. He's your grandchild. Because you saved Binyamin. It's called your own child. My dear friends, there are so many children that are going to be born. So many families are going to be created. And tonight and going forward, when we invest with Mekudeshet, they become our children. They become our family. Be'ezrat Hashem, I wish you all, and me, myself included, that we should see tremendous happiness in our lives. We should see menuhat nefesh, peace of mind, and in the merit of helping other people find their match. May your children and grandchildren always have it easy to find theirs. Have a beautiful night.